Oh, hello everyone! It's Chris here, the real person of this channel. Today, I'm tired of gatekeeping. I'm tired of hiding the best of my story, Dangerous Romance, because I might spill a lot of spoilers which kept me away from sharing the world of my talent and my determination to be famous before 16. Not just 10K subscribers, but having to have the social media and the world to recognize me as a part of their childhood. Well, sorry for that dramatic reveal. Anyways, for Dangerous Romance, last year I heavily struggled trying to write its own story structure, like trying to assign what should happen to the story, such as Arleth meets Viper while investigating in a case of a celebrity abused by her husband. Well, hold on everyone, because this video had a lot of yapping before we get to the main topic of introducing our characters in Dangerous Romance. The story began with a case when Arleth decided to let the rebellious, chaotic Viper escape the grasp of police. And in return, Viper gave her a hint about case investigating the celebrity will be announced on the news. To Arleth's surprise, it was announced that camera caught a footage of a man abusing the woman who is the celebrity. Arleth decided to take the case and investigated it, wanting to know more and what could connect to this rebellious Viper. And there goes the plot twist that a young man who has a tragic past of his mother being murdered by his drunken father. The young man is a huge fan of the celebrity or a stalker. He attempts to sneak a camera inside the teddy bear's eyes. And the celebrity knew and used this tactic to escape her abusive husband. The man watched the scene and witnessed this brutal moment. It triggered his PTSD. Out of rage, he decided to reach out to Viper. Recklessly, not knowing he is being scammed, he wasn't supposed to pay by money but his own life. Viper plots to have the young man murder the abuser instead, and when Arleth at the time came into Viper's life, she plans more to do whatever with Arleth, stupid or not. Viper may be smart, but had stupid reasons. Tokima get out. Anyways, back to the story. Arleth was forced to keep the truth to herself because now she could get any more involved with Viper. She is dead. So on to the second case. Arla gets involved again when Viper hit a man with her car because he flipped her off when she nearly did. She decided to hit him this time and succeeded. Turns out that man is the CEO of a drug organization, and his minions and his assistant were out to get them. Zoe finds out Viper's identity, and Viper beat her ass for it. A lot more things happened, and I've only written 5 or 4 cases, and they were supposed to be more than 9. With my impatience at this limit, this drove me to make this video for you guys, so you won't have to wait 20 years to find out the full story of Dangerous Romance on Hollywood and Netflix. So I saved you all guys from 20 years of waiting and 100 broken promises. So one of the key points to ever happen in the story soon, if I ever got off my writer's block, is that Zoey single quotes S. father was hit by a politician and had an injustice death. Zoe becomes depressed and worsened by behavior. She fell for Arleth, wanting to be with her soon despite her terrible state. She forces herself by putting her in an overwhelming situation, proposing to her in front of a lot of people, their colleague single quotes S, making her wear a dress uncomfortable for Arleth. Then the scene crashes into fight when she refused the engagement. The insane change of Zoe's character from a social outgoing best friend who will never leave her alone is now the woman who became abusive towards her, pushing her away. Zoe would do so much worse and often had bad temper, even breaking Arleth's phone thinking she was talking behind her back but she was trying to vent to her parents about the overwhelming situation. Her parents cared less at all, and the only person who actually noticed and concerned for her was Viper herself. Despite being the type of person to drag Arleth to dangerous near-death adventures, she would never force herself onto her personally. The last straw was when Zoe again attacks Arleth. Viper couldn't take it anymore and brutally beaten Zoe. But since Zoe came from Police Academy, she is unexpectedly a good fighter, but not as Viper. Who is Anne? Assassin for 20 years and the top powerful. Zoe later learns what she did and accepted her father's death, and after everything, Arleth chose not to forgive her, but only because Arleth never wanted to lose her best friend over love. Then one more case when horror genre was introduced. Later into the story, about a man murdered his friend and dropped his body in the river but for a week. The river became haunted with the friend's soul. Arleth, surprising, communicated with the soul and opened the case again. But the ghost requested the man's blood-injured body Arleth thought he wanted. Justice, so she did as he asked for, but the plot twist was the friend was the real evil one. He offered a twisted deal and it enraged the man to murder him. Arleth learned the truth just before she was about to drop his body to the river. She immediately held him back to the bridge and nearly survived that evil friend. She manages to escape him, but she didn't realize that his blood dropped to the river, a single drop, and gave his a limited access to the world by being a ghost with a special ability, using people's trauma and fear to lower their guards before he consumed their souls alive. But that time Viper was unable to help Alechstad in that situation, because Viper was in a coma cause of starvation for 3 months. Arleth never knew Viper had a special ability that she can see and spot a ghost like any other person. Another case when a young man named Snake approached Arleth, wanting her to reopen a case to discover and learn the past of his mother, not knowing that this man is actually Viper's biological son. 18 years ago, Viper was sexually abused by her teacher, who is actually Snake's mother. Sunila and Sunila got pregnant by Viper because Viper is TCX or had a male part. To be less inappropriate, she can impregnate women. Sunila got pregnant with Snake. Donovan found out when Viper told him. He decided to kill Sunila, which inspired Viper's twisted perspective of justice, but Donovan didn't want to let go of his son, so he decided to isolate him from everyone. Viper forced herself to stay as an assassin, waiting for time to get Snake 18 years later. Snake secretly struggles with feminine identity as a man, and in the end of that case, Viper successfully has her son back. The final case of the story was Arleth confronts her past by going back to Hunsdale town and meeting her old schoolmates, and also solving the closed case of Ari's death. Side plot: Snub joins East Vale High, which is Arleth's old high school, and become a rebellious fighter who fight bullies. Also befriends Ari's nieces. And we're ending that summary of the plot. We're leaving the main plot twist unexplained here. Let's introduce the characters. Introducing our main characters first, Arleth and Viper.
This is Arleth Bamho Harold. Oops, I should introduce myself too. Hello everyone, I'm Purple, actress of Arleth. I'm using sour grapes because Chris doesn't have time to draw our own PNGs for all of US Ox. All Ox are previous personas and currents of Chris. I'm from 2021 to 2022, happily. Married with Viper's actress, Ackler. I'm 27 years old, 28 this year. Yes, we age. Any opinion, comment, or questions can be freely shared in the comments section. Chris would happily respond to your questions. He wanted me to tell you guys about your compliments in his videos. Even at least one comment makes him happy, You always reminded him when you upload a comment in his videos that his videos aren't stupid at all. He starts embracing the YouTube community. Hate or not, at least you actually notice his video. He appreciates you all guys a lot. It was hard for him to think of in response to your compliments. Just a reminder, because of you guys, he becomes more determined to create more content and create a fandom with his stories and his Ox. Thank you a lot, guys, so much for 900 subscribers. We're about to reach 1,000. Alright, it's taking a lot of time, so let's get back to introducing Arleth. As her actress, it should be my job to also share her strong character to you guys. Her nationality nationality is American. She grew up in United States, 1997. Her parents are from Asia who worked overseas, specifically in USA. She is Vietnamese, Japanese. The reason why she naturally has blonde hair was because she has this condition of growing 3 different hair colors. She is born in Hunsdale Town, moved to Manhattan at 20 above. Now, to her main backstory, she was raised by her brother, who is 12 years older than her. Her brother engages in dangerous activities, and their parents are workaholics and neglectful. Until she was 3 when her brother Archer was kicked out by their parents for being involved with dangerous teenagers. Now, without her brother's care and absent, overworking parents, she was isolated and starved. She cried all the time till she realizes no one would ever care. She learned to be incredibly independent, and at 6, parents would punish her for bad behavior by leaving her outside their yard when they go to work. That is how she met Ari when she approached and became friends. We're gonna skip a lot of things, and if you wonder what they are, you can ask in the comments. It takes a lot of time of the video talking about it. So Arlith goes through a traumatic past of losing her childhood best friend, everyone turning against her. She tries to move on by transferring another school and became the popular girl, and since then, her life got better. She befriends her rival, in the police club, which is Zoe, of course. 12 years had passed. The death of Ari still lingered in her mind, and she tried to lie to herself to move on. She has amnesia and PTSD. For her amnesia, she lost a lot of memories before Ari's death, even ones she tried to bury when times were Ari being mean or terrible towards her, confusing Arlith, but Ari didn't have the intention of mentally harming her. It was better Ari was dead. Ari is a great friend, but suffocating. So how did she become a detective? She applied for a police club in the festival day. There's clubs that promotes agencies, actual businesses. And she was the only one from Eastvale High to actually participate in that club because no one likes to be a nerd in 2012. Even though she is stupid, lazy, and a failure, she decided to work hard to get accepted into the club, and they see her passion. But beside all that flaws, her life got a lot better. As she grew up from a cold, outcast teenager to a caring, humble, but an emotional woman. There's a lot of details to share, but my time is up. Now, thanks for listening. Time for the next character.
Great day Why am I an axolotl?
You're literally designed based off an axolotl.
Whatever anyways. I'm Ackler. I'm Purple's wife and Viper's actress. I'm 32 and 33 this year. Today I'm gonna explain to you about Viper. First, she is born in 1992 in South Korea with a mixed heritage that she is Korean, British, and French. Since she was born, she was supposed to be the next heir of the mafia leader until she ran away at 12. She couldn't handle unhappy family life with luxury, so she flew to United States. She had 2 best friends. They were very poor and rebellious, also painting buildings and stealing until they got kidnapped. They were recruited as assassins. Time skip. One bestie died, another survived but abandoned Viper in their first mission. She gets adopted by her teacher. Sinha ended up getting sexually abused until Sinha got pregnant with their baby. The baby gives birth. Yes, it's Snake, the young man trying to find his dead mother. Viper told Sanila's husband Donovan. He became furious and killed Sinha. But because he is so heartbroken, he took away their child from Viper. Viper stayed as an assassin for 18 years. If you want to know her personality, she is mentally intelligent but emotionally not. She isn't good at solving problems to help people, but she still tries and ended up being ridiculous. But for Snob, she feeds him McDonald's every meal, but still, Snob hated her so much. Even though she is stupid, she is morally smart, and she has a twisted perspective of justice. She does have dark humor. A lot of details are missing but can be shared in the comments if you guys wanna. No, okay, I'm done here. I miss my wife.
Wait, I'm back? Oh yeah, right. I played as Snob. Anyway, I'm the creator. I'm a writer and an artist. I play as Snob because I'm his age and no one else because none of my .ocs want to play a menace. Let's introduce this guy. His name is Snob. He is born in 2010. Hasn't hit puberty yet. He is neglected by Viper. She isn't a good mother, I promise. He is German. He was found by Viper when the apartment building was on fire, and his mom sacrificed herself to save him. Viper decided to adopt him to move on from baby Snake. But growing up with a young assassin mother isn't easy. Snob moves a lot because Viper has to travel for missions. Snob never had a home to finally settle. Snob incredibly hates it when no one understands him, so he just become a terrible teenager. He was named Snob because when he was a baby, raised by Viper, he was a week old and had a cold and snots a lot. So Viper, no idea of his actual name. She names him Snob. Snob struggles and is misunderstood. At first, he is rude, aggressive, disrespectful until you get to know him and realize he is still a boy who wanted love from family. Thanks to Arlith appearing in his life, she showed him actual care and love. Unlike Viper, brightly brutal and dangerous Romance.o are connected, and Snob is the Mafia's son. Anyway, Snob may be the type to be aggressively violent and disrespectful towards his own family, but he would do anything and left himself severely injured for their safety and unharmed. And what does he appear to be in the story? He is Viper's staff. He is a young hacker working for her. Snob is extremely smart and knows math better than Viper, who never finished academic life. Wanna guess his love interest? It's Terry. But we'll get onto that on part 2. We all know Arlith and Viper are lovers in the story, but there's no more sad, twisted endings. That means they'd still live and actually have a daughter. That depends. Don't make me look old. They'd be a family daughter 5 or 4. Viper, Arlith, Snake, and Snob. When Snob came to Arlith's old school, East Vale High, Snob wants to become Aho, that he'd still be a menace. And the most chill, polite member of the group of school bullies actually has a crush on him, and that is Terry. But Snob rejects Terry and lied to himself that he isn't attractive to boys when Snob had to leave to go back to Manhattan. Don't worry, guys, because they're canon. And there's 3 ideas of different versions of them going back together. Okay, besides Snob's flaws, he is actually protective, clingy, attachment issues, chaotic, savage, and had dark humor. But because he hasn't hit puberty yet, he is only 5 feet for feet tall or less. Anyways, I'm finished. Now let me prepare for Quiz B Math.
Hi.
Ehab.
I'm Kenny. I'm a soloist, cutesy idol, and an actress. I'm 20 years old. I'm Purple's younger sister. There's 7 of us siblings. I don't even want to tell y'all how I'm even an idol at this point. Anyways, Zoe is 29 years old, born on 1995. She lives in Hunsdale Town until she moves to Manhattan with the team and Arlith. She is mentally strong, not just physically at fights. She used to have a loving family until her mother passed away. Her father became alcoholic and neglectful, but still, she held on for dear life, still took care of her own father, and she had dreamt on becoming a runner, you know. Running in fields wins whoever the fastest. She is inhumanly very fast until she had an ankle injury that forbid her to participate in sports anymore. Zoe thought it was over until her supportive coach suggested her to try the police club. Since she is very smart, she attends police academy, befriends a freshman that is Arlith. 12 years later, she became a social outgoing best friend who'd never leave Arlith out. She didn't know there was darkness that lingered in her heart when one day her father was hit by a politician and died. It unlocked that side so much, she became extremely obsessed, aggressive, violent, and toxic towards Arlith until Viper showed her a piece of her mind. After that conflict ended, one day, Zoe nearly died. Viper saved her luckily and whispered to her ear that she is safe. She woke up and mistook it for Arlith's voice, until Viper repeated the same phrase when Arlith goes home and it was just her and Viper. Zoe confronts her, she dismisses it. But Zoe couldn't help but fall for Viper slightly. I'm taking this shorter because I have a date. Bye.
Why is everyone so busy with their romantic partners? Finally, Chris turned off my metal voice. First of all, why am I Bendy from the ink machine? I do not look like him. Anyways, I'm Tokima Hiwata. I'm 127 years old. I play the role of Snake, a young man, son of Viper. Let's get started. Snake is born on 2006. He was raised very isolated by Donovan his entire life and never talked to people. Outside, he is like a Rapunzel. The fact, Donovan read him the Rapunzel story instead of astronauts for bedtime, and still wonder why is Snake gay and liked dresses instead of sports and games. As Snake grew up, he grew heavily curious of the past and his own mother. One day, Donovan furiously cut his long blue hair off. He was so saddened by this and believed Donovan is homophobic. So when Donovan left for work, Snake secretly went to Sunila's old bedroom and found beautiful dresses hanging in the opened closets. Snake tried every dress on and found closure and comfort. Ever since then, he became interested in studying beauty of women, even lying to Donovan that he wants magazines to do creative things and say he is liking weird things. Donovan thought Snake is being a pervert, so he does as he asks for, not knowing Snake is actually gay and wants to dress up like a girl. Snake doesn't have his own allowance yet, so he just plays with Sunila's old dresses until accidentally ripping one by the skirt when he rushed to put them back. When Donovan came home from work, Snake heavily regrets this, so he started watching sewing videos to learn to fix the dress. Donovan noticed his weird behavior, and when he realized Snake is gay, he isn't upset. It turns out Snake misunderstood Donovan's character. Donovan only cut his hair short because he saw Sunila in him. Now Donovan knows and understood he loved Snake and never shamed him for his own interests for dressing up like a girl. Donovan accepts him for who he is. Viper finally takes her son home with Arlith and Snub. More facts. Snake loves the color pink. He is sweet, vulnerable, feminine, sensitive, overthinker, and cries a lot. Low-key, the polar opposite of Snub. Finally, the video is ending. Chris is busy to get back to the studio, so I'm gonna end it. Thank you guys for watching this long. Like and subscribe. Also, comment and turn the notification open so you can see the latest video uploaded. Bye, guys.